Hi, it's Kelly, and I wanted to give you an update about my spinal cord stimulator. I had my stimulator implanted the first week of March, and I was in a lot of pain at that time, and it was because of the surgery, not so much because of the stimulator. As the weeks progressed, I became more and more confident that my decision to get the spinal cord stimulated was the right decision for me. I'm still confident that it was the right decision for me. I want to give you a little bit of my background, my working background, which led me to this. And I'm sure that some of my back pain was probably genetic. Most of it was because of the job that I did, which I was a certified surgical technician. I still am. I'm not practicing that anymore. But what that entailed was me standing for hours in an operating room. I worked in the main OR. I also worked labor and delivery. Now, in the main OR, as well as labor and delivery, when we did sections, I would be the one that would stand in the middle to support the patient's body as we transferred it from the cart to the OR table, vice versa. Labor and delivery, I was the point person for holding the legs, holding the legs up so mom could deliver. That's a lot of pressure on my back. That was a lot of pain. At the time I worked labor and delivery and worked in the main OR, I was young. I was in my early 20s. And I did it for, oh, I want to say about 20 years, almost 20 years. I did practice this profession. And as I began feeling the pain in my back, extreme pain that would wake me up in the middle of the night, I just tell myself that's what happens as we get older. We experience these things. And my pain became so extreme that I had to seek out, and I do have a pain relief physician. I do take medication for my pain, and I've been all over the board as far as pain relief for my back. I've had the ablations. I've had spinal cord epidurals. I've had the aquatic therapy. I've had physical therapy. I've had, well, pretty much you name it, I've done it. Surgery for me was the last straw. It wasn't something that I sought out. It wasn't something that I said, oh, I want to go have this surgery. Not, no. I wanted to cross off all the things that I could do that wouldn't require me to have surgery. We're going to fast forward to today. I have returned to work. Um, I don't know if it's because of the hours that I work and the work that I do. I work with individuals with disabilities. I work very long hours, and it's very challenging. I did not have the luxury of sitting home after my surgery. Now, if you have the spinal cord stimulator, and you can afford to sit at home and not work, it will probably work out better for you than it is for me right now. Mind you, it's still a great decision. I'm not saying it was a bad decision for me to have a spinal cord stimulator. It's allowing me to do a lot of things that I was not able to do prior to having the surgery. The spinal cord stimulator comes with a remote control. One moment. Let me get it. It comes with a remote control. Is it upside down? And you can program. It's specific to you, and you can program your remote. The battery is also implanted, and it is an invaluable tool. I am able to do things with my grandchildren that prior to surgery I was not able to do. I'm just a little disappointed, and I think I put a little too much faith in what the spinal cord stimulator was going to do for me. I had these delusions of grandeur that I was not going to feel any pain. I do feel pain, and I feel a lot of stiffness in my back, and I think it's because when I'm at work, I'm go 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 going, and when I get home and it's time to rest, well, my body at rest, my muscles tighten, And I'm feeling that pain. And I just really hope that the pain would just, you know, give me some time to just adapt, But here I am. And I'm saying for me, it was a personal choice to have the spinal cord stimulator. It's also a choice that I still am sure was the right choice for me. I just wanted to come on here and share um, what I have experienced, am experienced, what led me to have the spinal cord stimulator. And I know that maybe you're thinking about having it. All I can say is do your research. Don't, because it's not a quick fix, it's not a one size fit all. It's, cross off all the other things that you can do prior to having this surgery, because what happens is if this spinal cord stimulator, if I feel like it fails me or is failing me, I will have to have another surgery to have all of this stuff removed, and that's another surgery. And I'm not looking forward to having any more surgeries. No, knock on wood. But like I said, I'm still impressed with the relief that I am receiving. I still take my pain medication because the two together allow me to live a life that I was unfortunately not enjoying because I was always in pain. It's kind of heartbreaking to be asked by your grandchildren to play a game or to run or to jump or to hop or to skip, those types of games, and to have to say, you know what, grandma can't. Well, with this, grandma can. Not as much as I would like, but my quality of life has improved. Um, so I would again say, do your research, exhaust all other possibilities that are non invasive. Um, have your ablations, have your cortisone injections, have your epidural injections, have your aquatic therapy, which is water therapy, have your physical therapy. I also, I was doing my affirmations and burning my sage and, saying my prayers and begging God to take this pain away. I prayed for a solution, and that's when I was introduced to the possibility of having the spinal cord stimulator. The physicians that I had that performed the surgery on that day were absolutely magnificent. And they did the best job, and they answer all of my questions, even today. What happens is after you have the spinal cord stimulator, you'll receive a card in the mail, and that card allows me to jump to the front of the line at the airport. Okay, yeah. So, and then if you have an MRI, there are just special precautions that have to be taken in order for you to go through certain things that may have a magnetic conduction, a magnetic field, because it will interfere with your spinal cord stimulator. Also, I was told, when I'm driving, I should shut my stimulator off because, if I get shocked or something, it will affect my driving and possibly cause me to have an accident. That has not happened. It's just one of those things that are precaution and they have to tell you. Um, I'm a cheerleader for the spinal cord stimulator. I am happy. I'm living not my best life, but a better life, and I will get to my best life. Um, and I am very excited about some other things that I have going on. I will be returning to doing the Candy Burris's Candy Coated Creations, her bedroom candy. That'll be another videotape for another day, because this one I really wanted to talk about the spinal cord stimulator. But if this is something that you're considering, that's my take. That's my take. I'll probably come back in another 2 months to let you know where I am with my spinal cord stimulator experience. And I hope that I have helped you to kind of understand what the process is. My surgery was about 3 hours. I want to say it was about, you know what? My surgery might have been longer than that. But I know when I woke up, whew, You talk about somebody that was screaming in pain, and my blood pressure was elevated. So I had to stay in the hospital for, I want to say, 3 to 4 days because of my blood pressure. But I was up and I was walking and I was not playing games. I wasn't going to lay in that bed. It wasn't going to be a pity party. It wasn't going to be any of that. That same day, I came in for surgery that morning. By that night, I was up and walking around. The next day, I was walking around and I was ambulatory without any assistance. Be proactive in your health care. Be proactive in all that you seek. If a doctor tells you you need to have this procedure, do your research. You don't have to do anything. But I am glad that my doctor suggested this. And I am also glad that I went forward with the spinal cord stimulator because I feel so much better. I'm happy with what I have here. And my doctor never said that I would be void of pain. That was something that I said to myself. So, you know, pity the fool. Um, so, that's it. I want you to have a wonderful evening. Like I said, do the research and have your spinal cord stimulated or not. Whatever works for you. Again, my name is Kelly Lane, and this is my experience. This is my story. Thank you. Good night.